I had to come live. I'm feeling good today. Hey, leave my man Harry alone. Ain't Harry dope? Listen, he got great information. Harry's dope. I'm going to talk about Harry in a minute. You know what? But like, share, and subscribe. Click that like button. Click that like button. Subscribe. Candace Owens is black again, baby. Candace Owens is black again. She's black again. She's black and she's black. She's black and she's black. She's black again. Listen, Candace. Come on out to the barbecue. Candace. Listen, somebody get Candace a plate. Candace Owens black again. Hey, Candace is back and she's black. She got cornrows in her hair, everything. Listen, imagine Candace Owens. Candace Owens is with her 1 million followers is back and she's black. Kyrie Irving about to go back to playing basketball on the 28th. On the Sunday. That's right. The revolution has happened, baby. Charles and Shaq about to lose all their money. It's a good day. It's a Weather Girls Day. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. No. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. I'm a happy man today, boy. I'm a happy man. ADL, I'm coming for your behind later. But today, right now, let's just celebrate. Let's celebrate. Good to see everybody here. Boy, that debate from last night, I'm telling you, that was good. I felt it. I liked it. I know I hurt some of y'all feelings with that genealogy stuff and the genetics, but the genetics are the genetics. I can't do anything about it. We'll talk about that later. But can I just be happy for a moment? I know you saw me all dignified last night, and I had my serious face on, and I was looking extremely studious. Yes, but I just feel like acting the fool right now. Leave me alone. I'm late for work, and I'm driving in, and I'm gonna have some fun in this car. I don't care what y'all got to say, because listen, the Bible says that when one sinner comes back, that the angels in heaven rejoice. I say that when one black woman comes back, let all the brothers rejoice. I didn't say she came back to be single. We don't care about her relationship. Bring him to the barbecue too, man. We don't mind interracial marriages. We love y'all. Got beautiful light-skinned babies. Come on, Candace. Push out a good light-skinned baby for us. Bring that child to the barbecue. Somebody will cane roll the hair for that little baby, because we know you don't know how to do that. But it's okay. Kyrie held off, man. People think Kyrie. You liked that interview last night? Thank you very much. I think it went really well, man, last night. I'm going to talk about Kyrie in a minute. I think that interview went very well. You know why? At the end of the day, all that we wanted is for people to honor who we say that we are. And for those who listened to that interview last night and sat through the information, we know who we are. If a little old country boy like me, y'all don't really know my background as far as my I'll tell you in a little while. But little old country boy like me can sit down and challenge the rabbi. Listen, man, none of y'all can say nothing to me now. I got rabbi friends. Man, I sit down. You know, black folk, when they get up a little bit and they get a little uppity and they start acting out and say, y'all can't talk to me. I got people in high places. I talk to rabbis in Israel. You know, if I start smelling myself, I start talking like that. I got rabbi friends. Y'all don't play with me. Harry is a good dude, man. He's a good young man, and I love his spirit, man. I love that guy's spirit. That guy was he sat there. You know what? And this is the thing you guys got to realize. Me, I came loaded for a bear. Okay? I had my research, I had my notes, I had 2 phones, a computer up. I was ready. He just showed up with his big, fluffy red beard, 2 o'clock in the morning in Israel, no notes in front of him, right? Not knowing, I didn't give him no questions in advance. I didn't tell him what I'm talking about. I gave him a little bit, but not really. And he just showed up with his drippy hat and his big red beard and his head full of rabbinical Jewish knowledge. And I loved it. It was fantastic. organic conversation, and a good soul. The brother got a good soul. You can see that. And what he said about Zionism, man, I just sat back and said, you go ahead and talk, Harry. Talk about it. Because what he said was true, man. He said what he said yesterday, and I'm not gonna break it down in this video because I just want to have a good time on my drive to work. But what he said was there was a terrible Zionist agenda that is not, he said it is not Jewish, it's not religious, it's not righteous, that is controlling Israel. Man, I don't have to say any more. He didn't have to say no more to me. He didn't have to say any more to me. I was like, yep, thank you, brother. Thank you. We're done. Let's wrap it up right here. Oh man, what a great dude, man. Please go out there and subscribe to Harry, like his stuff. Bless him if you can. Because we don't do this for money. People were sending. I was watching people send money last night. I was like, I don't know how they do that. Like, I saw $19.99. I'm like, $19.99. How you send $19.99? I went back and asked my girl who set all of this monetization up, because I'm not a techie guy. I just talk, and she said $19.99. I don't even know how people send. Shani Blake sent me $19.99. I'm like, how do you do that, Shani? How'd you send me $19.99? I don't even understand it. I didn't get it. I did not get it. Now I'm good. That's next. Not yet, brother. She got some splaining to do. Yeah, I know. Listen, I know. But Candace still got some explaining to do. But imagine it was Candace who was supporting us and not Jamel Hill. Imagine. Support the UK. Debate was legendary. Oh, thank you. On a side note, the rabbi was like a deer in headlights during the genetic discussion. Yeah, that's not his area. That's not his area. That's not an area. Like, this is what you guys have to realize about me, right? And I'm not telling you my age, but I have been doing this. What I did last night, for 30 years. 30 years. That's 30 years of research, right? Yes, post my undergrad, 30 years. I have had all the discussions. I've had so many. I've sat down with so many groups, and I've sat down and I've listened. I've sat down in the genetic discussion. And this is what I do, right? Let me make it real simple for you. And again, you guys don't really know my academic background, but I'll give you a little hint in a minute. I sit down with smart people. I listen to smart people. And then I listen to smarter people than the smart people. And I compare what the smart people are saying, and I figure out what makes sense. That's it. I just read. I just listen. I just research. I just go to the places where the thing is. Many of us are too theoretical, which is why I needed to land my feet in Israel. And I didn't want to just go there by myself. I said, no, I need to go there amongst people who are serious. Man, I went to Israel with brothers who had more letters after their name than the actual name. Sat down, dudes who could speak Hebrew and Greek, watching these guys, listening to them. But that good old-fashioned Bible, boy. I'm just a country boy with the Holy Ghost and a good old Bible. And I'm telling you right now, that will take you all the way. Everything else is gravy. The meat and the potatoes, as I said last night, the sweet yam. It's that Holy Ghost and a Bible. The rest is academia. The rest is research. The rest is information. Let me give you something. See this here? This is my secret weapon. See this book? It's called The Historical Bible, The Oneness of God Project, Volume 1, by Dr. Belita Cross, PhD. No, don't even go to Amazon to find it. Can't go to Amazon to find it. Because this book, I was the publisher and compiler of this book of Dr. Belita Cross's information. She gave me the compiled information. I compiled it, I edited it, I proof texted it, and then I put it in a book for her. She unfortunately has not uploaded this book to Amazon, so this book cannot be bought. The information in this book is gold, though. And it is stuff that I rely on when I talk. So when I give my lectures, when I teach, I have materials that you guys don't know of. And I was the seminarian that gave Dr. Belita Cross her PhD. That's right. You didn't know that part, right? You didn't know that. So I taught the seminary that taught the PhDs. And I gave Dr. Belita Cross her first book because I compiled it. Okay, we were the compiler, we were the editors, we were the publisher, it was me. And then we presented her with the PhD from our seminary here in Canada. So you don't know. There's a lot of information. I've had 30 years to sit down and get through the information. So Harry was at a disadvantage because he didn't know what I was going to speak about. And I'm an old dude. I got a lot of stuff. So listen, let's get into some other things real quick. Really quickly, man. Ooh, let's get into this. So Kyrie is scheduled to come back for Sunday. That's what they're saying, right? And this is the question. Why? Why is he coming back? A, did Kyrie do everything that they told him that he has to do? Or B, is it Kevin Durant's savagery? The savagery of Kevin Durant. Boy, and hail up to Toronto. That's why I got my Blue Jays hat on. I'm wearing it. I'm not having a bad hair day. I just big up my city. But Kevin Durant said, listen, man, what you want me to do with this starting lineup? These guys suck. What are you doing out here? Nick Claxton? I can't score no basket with Nick Claxton. What's up, Royce? Royce ain't doing nothing. What you want me to do with Joe? Joe can't shoot. I need some help. Kevin Durant was like, that's why I wanted y'all to trade me. I don't got no help out here. He threw a temper tantrum, boy. He threw a temper tantrum. And I think it's that temper tantrum that got the Nets saying, man, listen, Kyrie, you got shoes? You got shoes? What you need? We need to get you back on Sunday. Kyrie, I think he's still sitting there talking about, well, my astrological chart says that maybe I can come back on Sunday. I think Kyrie's sitting there smoking hookah, you know, wearing glasses that he sees things in 4 dimensions, chilling, talking about, yeah, I guess I can come back. I gotta get some vegan shoes to wear though, because I can't wear Nikes no more. So y'all gotta make me some. I can see him just sitting back chilling. Listen, I thought about this last night. There is something called having so much you don't need more. There is a thing saying that I have so much, I don't need more. And Kyrie, the amount of money he's made in his career, he can sit back and say, I have so much. If I lose 10 million, if I lose 5 million, if you charge me a few $100,000, I have so much. I don't need more. But what Kyrie has done for us, and regardless of what direction he goes, and I'm happy to see him come back, there's some things that he has done for me. Number one, I can never watch TNT again. I can never sit down. That was my favorite show. You guys don't understand how I ride for my basketball, man. I look forward to it. My kids know. They're like, oh, basketball season starting. Daddy ain't going to want to do nothing with us no more. They know. Basketball, hey, it's a game tonight? Oh, shoot, game tonight. What you got? You got a dance rehearsal. Oh, you better cancel that. It's a game night. They know how I am. And TNT is one of my favorite shows, was watching those guys, Shaqtin' the Fool and Charles Barkley, talking about them big old women from San Antonio and Kenny Smith, sitting back there with them funny legs running up to the screen, and Ernie in his bow ties. I was like, I love this show, man. I love these guys. This is such an amazing season and time to sit here. Guys I watched, guys I admired, and now they're commentators, and I'm part of the party. Can't watch those guys no more. I can't. And I believe that the boycott that we have been having of not watching them, I believe this is the reason that some of their supporters are saying, hey. Some of their endorsers, some of their backers saying, I don't know if we want to be in relationship with these guys. I don't know if the black community, and I know some of you guys will go back. Some of you guys are like that, you know. Some of you guys have a bad memory. Kyrie's going to start playing again. You're going to turn back on the television, and you're gonna go back to watching it. You're gonna sit there with your popcorn and your tacos, and you're gonna have you're gonna have your parties and your beer and everything. You go back to watching those guys, and you're gonna forgive them. You're gonna forgive them, and I'm gonna forgive them too. I'm gonna forgive them, but I'm not gonna watch them. And this is something I was talking to you guys yesterday about how the ADL operates. The ADL says, look, listen, we're gonna find them, we're gonna ask them for an apology, and then we're gonna cancel them. Because they have a method, they have a proven method of how to make people act right. This is how you make people act right who talk against you. And we got to do the same thing. I'm sorry. And Charles and Shaq and Kenny, I'm sorry you were hit with this, brother. But your time is over. You've made your money. We're going to have to retire you. Go over there and sit down. Stephen A. Smith, we don't want to hear you no more either, brother. Go over there and sit down. I forgive you. You're still in the clubhouse. But I'm sorry, I'm never coming back to your platform. Never coming back to your platform. You got any friends like that? I got some friends like that. Some people that crossed you. They crossed you in a vile way. And then you see them again on the street. Maybe years later, and you're like, hey, what's up, man? You're not fighting with them. They're like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. They're like, hey, yeah, man, it's good. Well, we should catch up. Yeah, bro, we should catch up. But bro, they know catching up to do. We through. It's over. That's a wrap. That relationship is never going to recover. It's not going to be the same. I can't look at those guys the same. Because you think there's going to be not another issue? There's going to be another issue, but I tell you what, right now, there's going to be different voices sitting behind those microphones in the future. There's going to be voices of advocacy sitting behind those microphones in the future. I guarantee there will not be another Kyrie Irving situation because they've seen the power of the blackout, the black boycott. When black people stand up, oh, the Jewish community is never going to do this to us again. No, they're going to talk about this. Oh yes, Lil Yentl at 6 years old is going to be he's going, oh, I remember when Daddy was very concerned when we were upset with Kyrie Irving. Yeah, we're never doing that again. Never do it again. Never mess with us again. Because this is what has happened in the in the Ashkenazi European Jewish community. Your legitimacy has been fractured. In the black liberal community, your voice has been silenced. We don't want to hear from you anymore. Absolutely don't want to hear from you anymore. Listen to this sentence that's about to come out of this mouth. I'd rather listen to Candace Owens than go back and listen to Stephen A., Shaq, and Charles Barkley. Wow! Look what I just said. I'm still not listening to Tucker Carlson, though. I know some of you got mad at me for Tucker Carlson. All you got to do is go on YouTube and search Tucker Carlson's racist comments, and there's too many to. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. Talked about it yesterday. Racist man in America, and I'm still doubling down on it. Listen, it's amazing that Candace Owens, in my mind, is more legitimate than these men who play the sport that most of us love, who walked in the shoes of people like Kyrie Irving, who've taken criticism by sports writers, by beat writers, by sports media, and still did not have the empathy to be able to say, wow, bro, that's not right. Now you're saying, but some of them came around. They came around too late for me. They came around to save their skin. They didn't come around because they really believed it. Now you have this, and you know what? Let me say this as a disclaimer, but I'm still doubling down on what I said. They came around too late. There are some of us, and this is where Jason Williams fits in. There are some of us that it takes a little bit of time to get it. It takes a little bit of time for somebody to show you the other side of the conversation to get it. Some of us get it right away. Some of us are so woke, we get it right away. I had one brother, I'm not disrespecting you, but he was talking to me about astrological signs and things like that, stuff I don't know anything about. and he was like breaking down some astrological signs and stuff like that. Bro, I don't get that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It might happen later. You know what? It might come to pass later. You know, and I'll figure it out and be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. The signs of Aquarius and Sagittarius. I don't know. But that I don't get it, and I might get it later. But I don't get it now. I'm not really an astrological person. I don't understand star charts and all these kind of things. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I think sometimes issues in the black community, for black media, for black personalities, I think it's like a star chart for me. I think they just don't get it. I think it takes them time for somebody to sit down and show them stuff, and then eventually they get it. And they come around when they get it. They have enough humility to say, oh, you know what? I was kind of wrong. I should back up a little bit on this. But most of those dudes, that's not what happened. That's not why they came around. Jason Williams came around because Jason was like, wait a minute, man. I'm on the wrong side of history. I'm on the wrong side of an issue. This is what I love about white people who've been riding with this whole movement. Like Boru, my man. Boru, you out there, baby? This is what I love about them. They got it right away. They sat back here and they were able to say, you know what? I don't think that's right. I think he should have the ability to be able to say what he wants to say. He didn't say anything wrong. I love that. Joe Rogan sat there and was like, you're telling me this guy just posted a book or documentary? He didn't say nothing about it. And Amazon's not getting dragged, but he's getting dragged. And he's not even the writer. He's not the author. That don't make no sense. I appreciate people that just get the common sense of it. This is why I'm so hard on members of our community that seemingly didn't get it. But I'm not going to drag my community anymore. I'm not going to drag my community anymore. I'm going to take you with me because you're part of us, but you can't talk no more. You ain't allowed to give interviews no more, boy. You just sit down there. And this is one of the things, too, that came to my mind as I sparked my own recollection with the randomness of my thoughts. I wonder if they've been successful in truly silencing Kyrie. You ever get a whooping in front of your brothers and sisters, in front of your family, in front of people, and then you got to come back in front of them and you all quiet because you're kind of embarrassed because you just got a whooping, and you know people saw the booger falling out your nose and the boo-boo, and you're screaming, "Mommy, stop! I can't take it no more! I can't!" And you realize that you're acting like, you know, and you're like, and then you got to come back out and eat dinner. And you got they give you to go back there and sit down and watch television. We about to watch Good Times. We about to watch Welcome Back, Kotter. Come out here. Come out of your room and sit down in the seat that you're supposed to be in and behave yourself. Come out of your room now. And they take you out the penalty box, and then you sit down there all quiet, and you still got a couple of welts from the belt. That's if people grew up in the 70s. They used to beat us back then. You know? You still got a couple of bruises on you because your mama just went crazy with that slipper. Boy, that bionic slipper, she just beat the hell out you with that bionic slipper. That slipper was hitting you in 5 different places at one time. Yeah, and you come back out and you sit down and you're like a little bit of embarrassed and you're afraid to talk and you don't want to act up too much. You don't even want to ask for nothing to drink. Can I get some juice? Yeah, baby, you can go get some juice. Okay, thank you. And you're all polite. I wonder if Kyrie's going to be like that. I wonder if they beat Kyrie. I wonder if they beat the Kunta Kinte out of Kyrie and he's now Toby. Kyrie, boy, I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you going to be Toby or Kunta Kinte? I want to see. I'm interested to see if they really were able to silence Kyrie Irving. I want to know. And I'm not going to blame him one way or another. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine being in his position. They say this in church, right? This is what they say in church. With tithers, you know, black people in black church, they talk about tithe. That's all they talk about. Our pastor he's got, you know, 51 sermons. It's 52 weeks in a year. You got 51 sermons on tithe, and 1 sermon on you got to live right. But 51 of them sermons are on tithe. So black folk in tithe, boy, they talk about tithe a lot in church. So they say this, that when you don't got a lot of money, you know, you're making $100 a month. $100 a month, you got tithe 10% of that. That's $10, right? But what if you're making $1 million a month and you got to tithe $100,000 a week? You'd be like, 100,000. It's 10%. 10% of $1 million is 100,000. You got to tithe 100,000. You were tithing $10. You had no problem tithing $10. But once you're making $1 million a month, you can't tithe 100,000. That hurts your feelings. Sometimes, that's how it feels. It feels like that tithe, boy. That tithe gonna hurt you. That tithe gonna come back, and it's too much. It's too much to give up. I don't know. I don't know if Kyrie comes out of there and says, "Man, I gave up a lot of money, man. I don't want to give up that much money no more. That's a lot of money." I don't know. I don't know if he comes out there with this mindset that he's humbled or he's been taxed enough. But I think what it is, though, I think it's our responsibility. Yeah, I think my breakfast is kicking in. I'm calming down. I'm cooling out. I think my blood sugar's going. I'm calm now. I'm calmer. Man, am I late for work? You guys be making me late for work, man. I should be driving like a crazy person. But what I want to make sure is that these other agencies don't pile up on top of him after. I don't want the ADL. I'm gonna talk about y'all later. I'm gonna dedicate my day to you. I'm gonna deal with y'all. But I don't want these other agencies piling up on our brother, because this is the next phase for Kyrie, right? The next phase for him is to make him irrelevant, right? They humbled him, they taxed him. Now the last phase is he's on the last year of his contract. After this, nobody else signs him. He's gone. Right? He's gone. Say he's injured. Start a narrative. Kyrie's lost a step. He's not as fast as he used to be. Yeah, he's dealing with some nagging injuries right now, and we're not going to take a chance on him. Whatever. That's the next step for him. And I wonder if he's worried about that. I wonder if he's worried about supporting his family, his lifestyle. I don't know. I'm not in that brother's shoes. It's a very hard place to be right now. And he's stronger than most of us, because he stood his ground for so many things that a lot of us would have wilted and we wouldn't have stood our ground for, right? Some of us wouldn't have stayed quiet. Some of us wouldn't have been able to handle even the interviews that he handled, in my opinion, so eloquently. He handled them very well. I gotta talk to, actually today I'm talking to our brothers in Dimona, Israel. I'm talking to, I believe it's another rabbi in Dimona, Israel. We need to support that. We need to support that group. Somehow, I don't think it's just about money. So when I say support, it's not always about money. Sometimes it's about advocacy. And we need to hold Israel's government hostage in respect to recognizing the members of our community who are in Israel, who have a right to be there. Nobody in Israel has more rights than anybody else. Okay? Nobody, not a single one of them. No Ashkenazi, no Sephardic Jew, no Ethiopian Jew, no repatriated Jew, no convert. Nobody has more rights than anybody else. And I loved how Harry said it last night. He said, a Levite is no more of a Jew than anybody other Jew. I loved how he said that. That was perfectly said. And he's right. We got to support that community over there. I just saw them message me, so I know I'm talking to them at noon today, and we'll follow up. We're going to do some kind of support video, so you can understand about that culture. I had no idea about them until Christina King, right? Christina King she's my secret weapon in the background. You guys don't know, man. She's my secret weapon in the background. I got a lady who just messaged me when this whole thing started, and we became great friends, and she's been an amazing support. She's connected me to professors, to rabbis, to communities in Israel, to academic communities in America. Like, she's a wonderful resource. Shiloh Institute. Shout out to Shiloh. Right on. So everybody here, listen to me, man. I think we're winning. Don't you feel like you're winning? I think we're winning. It feels like a win to me. Feels like a win to me. And it's not just a win for the black community. It's a win for humanity. It's a win because we're dispelling myths from the middle century. I talked about last night the Gittingham School of History. This guy's making stuff up, making up genetic racism. These are things that have been on the table for years, and we haven't shot it down. We haven't dispelled it. I want people to have true ancestry confidence. I don't want them just to be making up stuff and say, I feel like I'm from the tribe of Gad, so I'm from the tribe of Gad. Oh, I think we're from the tribe of Ephraim, so we're just from the tribe of Ephraim. I want you to be able to say, you know what? This is why I know, and I'm not telling you you're not. Understand what I'm saying? This is why I know who I am. If you can say that, then that's amazing, because look, we've lost so much of our history. It's so difficult. And I want to say this too. It's okay to be African. You don't got to be Jewish. You don't got to be Jewish. You don't have to be an Israelite. You don't have to be. It's okay to be an African. It's okay. It is okay to be a Bantu, to be a Nilotic African. It is okay. But if you feel the call of God, if you feel the Most High has told you who you are, who am I to tell you you're not? I can't tell you who you are. You're supposed to tell me who you are, right? You don't introduce yourself and I tell you your name. You tell me who you are. It's not my business. It is your business. But I just want you to truly know. I want you to truly have after the spiritual call. I want you to have the academic understanding to say, I know who I am, and I know why I know who I am. Okay? What are you guys saying to me, man? Let me see if you guys are talking back to me. I know you are, but I can't always see it. I hate how this. They gotta fix this. YouTube, you gotta fix how you allow people to communicate with their guests. These are my guests. They come into my house. Click the like button. Don't just come into the house and not say, and I like me. You gotta like me now. Say like, subscribe. Do you know how many people come on check out this channel and don't subscribe? I'm gonna give you some. I've had 6.6 million impressions, and I had to ask my shorty, listen, what is impressions? What does that mean? She laughed. She says, "You're so funny. You don't know nothing, right?" My little young buck, sweetie. She organizing all this stuff. She goes, "You don't know anything, do you?" I go, "I don't know." I go, "What are impressions?" She says, Your impressions are how YouTube allows people to see your thumbnail and how many of them actually click on the thumbnail and watch what you're doing. 6.6 million in 28 days. I was like, what the heck? 6.6 million people listening to this little country boy from Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. For a little while, at least for 30 seconds apparently. But you're not pressing subscribe. Or like. I guess that's a YouTube issue, right? That's the YouTuber's issue. Am I a YouTuber now? Am I actually a YouTuber? Wow. Look at that. I'm a YouTuber. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let you off the hook. I've been talking for 30 some odd minutes. I think that it's better for them to want you to come back than to walk out and leave. So I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. This is Del K. Brereton, man, and this is the real spiel. Listen up for me to talk to you guys today about the ADL. I'm still going to do some teaching. There's going to be those who want the teaching, the lectures. When you come to me and you get the lectures from me, you come to get the teachers from me. That's when you're going to get the secrets, man. That's when you get the secret stuff. Okay, the secret stuff written down here. Talking to you about the compiled research of Dr. Belita Cross. I'm not selling you her book because it's not mine to sell. I can't sell you somebody else's stuff. Right? She has to put her book up, but I can teach out of it, and I use it as a textbook for myself, and I draw a lot of information from it because it's amazing. Oh man, the information in there. Oh, let me tell you this before I go. Now, when I compiled this book, the computer that had the digitized information, it broke down, and so I kept one copy for myself, right? Because I felt you shouldn't own somebody else's manuscript. It's theirs. So I said, let me make sure that I sent it to her daughter, and I made sure that they had all of it. They could upload it. They could put it on Amazon. You know, they could give their mom maximum credit for her work, and I kept myself my own copy. Boy, the place that I kept the book flooded, and I must have looked like a crazy person. When the place flooded, people are running for clothes, jewelry. I was running for my books. I was like, no, not my books. My Bibles. I got multiple. I got old stuff, old manuscript. I was running for my stuff. No, not that. I didn't care about the rest of the stuff. Stuff like this can't be replaced. So when I say that there's information in here, I'm not joking, man. I ran for this. I held it. See how I made sure I dried it out, made sure I could turn all the pages. It is called, again, The Historical Bible, The Oneness of God Project, Volume 1, by Dr. Belita Cross, PhD, given her PhD by my seminary in Canada. And she's the first PhD. I gave it out to seminary, and we have 3 other doctors who we've given their doctorate to, their doctorates of ministry. So, you know, God's been blessing me for many years to be able to teach this gospel. So that's all I got to say. Get off of my social media. I'm going to talk to you people later, okay? Love you, man. One love, peace, and hair grease. Israel, stand up. Chicago, stand up. Toronto, stand up. Ghana, stand up. This is Big Del, and this is The Real Spiel, and I'll talk to you later.